Congratulations. Take a bow, Chandler. Take a bow for us. Your pick won the Super Bowl. Matt Stafford, greatest quarterback ever. Yeah, there it
Yep.
is.
Should
Hall of
have bet with
Famer.
me. Should have bet with me. Should have bet with
Hey,
me.
I bet on some of them. I bet on
I
some of
mean,
them.
I'm just saying from I had in the back. Like I said before, I did a podcast last year, and truly, like the most important thing I said when Matthew Stafford was traded to the Rams, I think it made them instantly a Super Bowl contender, and sure enough, it did. And sure enough, it was they won. And I want you to think how bad the Detroit Lions are because they had Jared Goff who went to a Super Bowl, and what did they do this year?
Or no, not oh. They won a couple of games, 2 games, I think.
Okay. Three, I think, actually, because they beat Green Bay the last game of the season. So they won three. But
Oh yeah,
Matthew
they're the
Stafford
ball.
took that team to the playoffs before. I want you to think
True.
about this. That,
True
that, that
that.
team is not good. Before we get anything,
They-
the
They,
Detroit
they were
Lions
good. They were good for some years.
for like 2 of his 12 years. Anyways, what's a check down, guys? What's going on? My name is Chandler. This is David. And how'd you feel at the Super Bowl? Did you feel good coming away from it? What were your emotions?
Underwhelmed. I was underwhelmed at the very end. But with that being said, I was pretty happy with the outcome. I think either way, I was going to be happy because one, I had no dog in the fight. All I was rooting for were my bets, and I hit on a couple of them. The parlays did not go so well.
Parlays
But,
never do in the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, hey, I was on track to hit one of them. If OBJ didn't get injured, I would have hit at least one.
I
But it is what it is.
I gotta talk about how I will never bet on the coin toss. I never have, and I never will, because they always have a celebrity do it. And I don't know how much training these celebrities go into it. I think it was
Oh,
last
man.
year. I forgot who it was, or maybe 2 years ago, where someone tried to do it. It didn't even flip in the air. Like they
I
didn't.
think it was. I think it was George W.
Yeah, and it just went and like pancaked in the air, and it just came down, and it's like, great.
Well, it's supposed to be 50-50.
But it's
last
not
year
when you
was last year was heads. That just literally broke stats. That's breaking stats right there.
2 years in a row it hit.
It is what it
two
is, I
heads.
guess.
But no, it was a good game. I think that it was weird. The ending was so anticlimactic because it was kind of weird that they ran it on 3rd and 1. The
Mhm.
Bengals did, and you're setting yourself up for a 4th and 1 to take yourself to continue. And I don't know. It just felt like it was a weird ending to such a great postseason, like the best postseason that we've had in my lifetime. Maybe in NFL history, like every single game except for this game ended with a game-winning field goal or game-winning score. Like that's crazy. And it just
Yeah.
felt like this game it was a letdown. It was like, oh, okay. Super Bowl
Yeah,
champions.
I think it's also to do with like the fact that it is the end of the season.
Yeah.
So like you just kind of naturally like, oh, another 6 months without football. So
Yeah.
what do we do now? But yeah, no, I mean, for me, definitely one of the best playoffs in recorded history, I would say.
Yeah.
There were so many close games, except for the first week. We can scrap that first week,
Yeah.
especially like, but like for the most part, I think one of the best playoffs that we've
Yeah.
had.
Yeah, truly. It was incredible. Quick question. Do you agree with the Super Bowl MVP to Cooper Cup?
That one's tough. That's subjective. I it could have gone either way. I think both of them deserved it. That's why I think
Both of who?
MVP should be a thing. Aaron Donald and Cooper Cup. I
agree.
would not put Matt Stafford.
I wouldn't either.
He threw
Also,
2 picks.
okay, first interception was a punt. I'm sorry, it was a punt. Second interception wasn't his fault. And I'm not saying he deserved to be Super Bowl MVP. Now, they wouldn't have won this game if they didn't have Matthew Stafford. I'll say that much real fast.
I agree.
The Rams
Yeah.
did not win this game if they did not have Matthew Stafford. Because on that
They
last
don't
drive,
win it without Cooper Cup or
that's true.
Aaron Donald.
Oh no! Aaron Donald was the Super Bowl MVP. Aaron Donald literally won them the game after he was pushed on that sideline, which we were talking about. I think it was the left guard Prince. I could be wrong, but when he came up and pushed him, that game over.
You know what's crazy to me? That like if let's say Aaron Donald would have went and pushed Joe Burrow while he was out of bounds, I would have been like, all right, fine, warranted. The man was like 3 yards in bounds.
It's not
And
his fault he slowed up.
This guy decides this is my time. The tough guy, Aaron Donald, man, the guy who fights, who trains with knives. This is my time to freaking push him in the face.
Like I said to you, I texted you, there are two people I don't piss off in the NFL, and that is Tom Brady and that is Aaron Donald, because that is not a recipe for success. And after that point, Aaron Donald made it his mission to ruin that game for the Bengals. And
he did.
And it's crazy to think that in the second, like the beginning of the second half, within like a minute, like maybe 2 minutes, this game could have gone out of reach real fast.
Oh yeah.
Like the Rams were looking terrible. That T.
How
Higgins,
about the refs? How about the refs for a second there?
So I'll get to the final drive for the Rams in a second. I do want to say this: that T. Higgins on Jalen Ramsey, that was probably one of the worst offensive pass interference I've ever seen in my life.
It was so bad. And then I think the commentating that I was listening to, the commentator was like, "Oh well, there was no true twist and turn or blah 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 blah." Yeah, sorry, you're not getting me with that one. The man grabbed his face mask, pulled him out of the way, and caught the ball, and then ran for a touchdown. Like, that's not gonna work. But Jalen Ramsey did get hands. He caught hands on in that game. If they would have lost, Jalen Ramsey would have been a meme. But now it's Eli Apple.
Eli Apple played better than Jalen Ramsey did. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa,
he got burnt. No. Jalen Ramsey got burnt sometimes. And on the last play of the game, he stumbled on everything. Did you see that? Like the last play?
Yeah, I saw that.
So I think
you can clip anything and it'll look bad. But.
No. There were some plays. Jamar Chase beat him on the sideline on that down the field. Like Jamar's first, yep. And then the T. Higgins obviously is not Jalen's fault, but there were some plays where Jalen was 10 yards off the line of scrimmage, and they just quick passed it. And like, yeah, you can't do anything about it, but like, I don't know. It didn't look. I don't know the PFF on Jalen for that game, but it can't be high. It can't be a good game.
Yeah, and I think the word on Jalen Ramsey is like you can get him with some double moves because he guesses. And to be a great cornerback, you got to guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and he guesses better than most cornerbacks. So
back-to-back years that a first-round draft pick from the Jacksonville Jaguars won a Super Bowl.
Hey, we got to get some on the Giants now, and then we'll be good. Bring Josh Allen over to the Giants. That man does not deserve to be on it doesn't need to be on the Jaguars. They don't deserve him.
Oh, Josh Allen is beautiful. I love Josh Allen. He is a really good defensive lineman. I do want to say though, the refs did not look good, but after
I thought they had a really good game up until
for the most part they did. Yep. The first half they did great, and then but like that when that interception happened, right then and there, that game could have gone completely sideways. Like right there, You're up by 4 or you're up by 7. You have an opportunity. No, they're up by 7, right?
Yeah,
and they could have easily.
Yeah, they were up by 8.
Okay,
because the Rams were down.
Yep, yeah. So you have that opportunity to then go up by 2 touchdowns right there, and Aaron Donald on 3rd and 2 sacks Joe Burrow for like 10 yards, and you have to kick a field goal. And Aaron Donald, that's when he took over, and that to me was that was the game. That's what kept them in the game. Aaron Donald deserved this MVP. I love Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp did amazing, but I'm sorry, Aaron Donald was everywhere, and
you know what?
I just don't think he's appreciated.
You want to know what makes me think Cooper Kupp deserves it? Just has the slightest bit of edge on Aaron Donald. The fact that, 1, Aaron Donald was playing against the Bengals O-line. 2, both Von Miller and I think it was number 50, I forgot his name, they both had the same amount of rush or sacks on Joe Burrow. So with that being said, context matters.
Yep.
Because Aaron Donald did it at the time when they needed him to do it the most.
Mm-hmm.
So the context does matter, but Cooper Kupp's the 15-yard drive or 15-play drive to win the game, where Cooper Kupp probably caught 8 passes, and he ran the ball for a first down on 4th and 3 or whatever it was, that kind of just sealed it. And like, I think with that being said, Cooper Kupp probably moves up the rankings for best receivers in the league. He might be not.
Maybe if he just got respected, this would be completely different.
He might be number 2. He might be number 1. You could make a very valid argument for Cooper Kupp as number 1 receiver in the league based off of what we've seen so far and what we expect to happen like through the next few years. You can make a good argument for him being the best receiver.
So Von Miller had 2 sacks, Aaron had 2 sacks, but you're thinking of Ernest Jones and Leonard Floyd. They both had 1 sack. They're both 50. They both play linebacker. They look very similar, but no, it was Aaron that had 2 and Von Miller that had 2. And
wait, they're both 50?
No, one's 50 and the other one's 54. Leonard Floyd's number 54. That's not allowed in the NFL. Yeah. I will say, in my opinion, that Aaron Donald had multiple plays where he tackled 2 people at once. Like how many times he went through that offensive line and tackled 2 people at once was absolutely crazy. And can we talk about the connection between Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp? Like the intuition, just they talked about how much work they spent over the season. It was like Matthew Stafford was on an interview with his wife and he said, Cooper did the math and said that we worked together an extra 500 hours this season together just to have this connection.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's a blueprint right there. If you want, especially for the younger guys, if you have a true number 1 receiver, you got to be working with him all the time. You got to, especially if you can work with all your receivers for those extra times, the guys who want to put in the hours and it'll show on the field because they put in the hours together. They got on the same page. Like the no-look pass, Matt Stafford is not making that pass unless he trusts the receiver. And that's why he threw it to Cooper Kupp and not anyone else. Because he could have looked off Cooper Kupp and thrown it to someone else, but he didn't. And so if you want a blueprint for how you will be successful as a receiver quarterback combo, that's probably the one I would go with. And I'm sure everyone's putting in a lot of hours, but nobody's putting in as much hours as those 2 did this year. So and
it paid off.
Yeah.
I have 3 pass plays or 3 very important plays that happened on that last drive. And I'm going to go in the ranking of what I think they were. The 3rd most important play was a quarterback sneak on 2nd and goal. Because they had a specific mission on that 2nd and goal quarterback sneak. Matthew Stafford was not trying to score the touchdown. He was trying to make the Bengals burn one of their timeouts, which was or they got the 1st and goal. This was on 1st and goal, which was the smartest thing to do because you're trying to give them less time or make them burn one of their timeouts because the Bengals were in a great position to win this game. 3 timeouts, 1st and goal for the Rams, and there was a minute 50 left in the game. You have plenty of time to let them score and get down the field and score a field goal. But Sean McVay told Matt Stafford to run a quarterback sneak and do not score. And that's exactly what happened. The Bengals had to use one of their timeouts. And then, honestly, if Eli Apple would have turned around, that game would have been over. That was not the best fade route by Matt Stafford to Cooper Kupp.
But I think, to be honest, it's easier said than done.
It is. No, it is.
And I think that play was designed that way by those 2. And they know exactly because Cooper Kupp turned at the exact right time, and he's pushing corner of the end zone and then turned at the exact right time. If I'm a DB and I see someone pushing corner of the end zone, I'm automatically assuming, especially because your mind is just focused on stopping this one more play. So you're like, okay, I'm focused on this guy. You got tunnel vision. You're looking at your guy and you see him going to the corner. I'm going to follow him to the corner and try and at some point turn my head and bat the ball away. So if I'm thinking quarterback's on this is on my left and I got to turn around to bat the ball, I'm not going to turn around this way to bat the ball. I'm probably going to miss. So to put it on his back shoulder and to have Cooper Kupp turn on his back shoulder was, in my opinion, I thought that was a great.
It was a great
Call.
route. I don't think it wasn't Matt Stafford's best ball. Matt Stafford's best ball was on the second most important play on this drive, and that was a no look pass. That was
Yeah.
the best throw that we saw in the entire Super Bowl. Straight up.
Mhm.
The no look pass to perfect spiral at that. To have your entire body looking one direction and turn and throwing across your body and to have a perfect spiral is mind boggling. There's only a few people that can do it in the league, and he's been doing it a lot longer than Patrick Mahomes has. Okay, I'm just saying this. Like, and
To be honest, you want to know something that's crazy? Matt Stafford was my favorite player in college. When him and Noshawn Marino were playing together, that was
Noshawn Marino, what a
I
throwback!
know, what a throwback, right? That's crazy. And then when Matt Stafford came into the league and he went to Detroit, I kind of just forgot about him. And then everyone was talking about how, oh, yeah, he's been doing that this whole time.
Yep.
I'm like, when?
Yeah, when has Matt Stafford been a thing?
Yeah.
Because the only quarterback I've ever heard of in that division is Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. Who the hell is Matthew Stafford?
You want to know something? You flip it around. You put Matt Stafford on the Green Bay Packers and put Aaron Rodgers in Detroit. I think Matt Stafford wins a couple of more Super Bowls.
Honestly, if not that, it'd be the same success rate.
That's exactly how I feel about it. And I'm starting to feel like Matt Stafford gets disrespected.
What? Matt Stafford's getting disrespected? A little disrespected.
Just a little bit.
We'll get into that. We will get into that because I want to tell you about the most important play on that last drive. What do you think the most important play on that drive was?
Cooper Kupp running it for
on down. 4th and 1.
Or 4th and 1.
It was 4th and 1, and the most important play, they run a jet sweep with a receiver. Wow.
Hey, that's knowing, or what's the word? Scouting yourself. That's self-scouting. Knowing that they probably think you're gonna run the ball.
And you know what the best part of it was? They went in a quarterback sneak formation. Did you see how tight the offensive linemen were? The 3 offensive linemen were literally because in the NFL you have to be spaced out a certain amount, like your feet, right? But they bring your legs together so you can be spaced out that certain amount, and that's what they did. They went heavy package and to run and he initially was going to be stopped because he's running side and the linebacker cut up perfectly, but Cooper just being able to cut up field and get like 4 or 5 yards was the most important play because the game was over right there. If they don't get that.
And that's a tip to anyone ever running the ball. If you're 4th and 1, do not try to get extra sideways yards. You get the 1 yard that you need, and that's it. Yep. All you need to do is get 1 yard. And Cooper Kupp knows exactly. Cooper Kupp is a smart football player. That's one thing that I've learned this year is Cooper Kupp is a very knowledgeable football player.
I think that all starts with Sean McVay too. And that's,
I mean, it could.
No, but and I just mean, and what I mean by that is that like they hold such a standard there in LA of like having a team and understanding your team that I think that team just understands each other. This is a whole cohesive unit to win this game. They all came together. We're down by 11 points. Like this is us right now. We have to win this, and I think that's what happened.
Hey, what did I say? I predicted it from the start. I said the team with the best overall unit or team would win the Super Bowl. And the Rams special teams, pretty freaking good. Offense, very good. O-line, D-line, receivers. The receivers were the only thing holding them back, but Cooper Kupp is so good that he just dragged the receivers with them.
Yep.
So at every single position, they were good. Even their DBs, for how badly they were getting beat deep, and maybe it was just Jalen Ramsey, they still held it down. They did their job. The D-line did their job, and things just went well for them, and they won the Super Bowl.
To be honest with you, I didn't think the Bengals at any point deserved to win the Super Bowl. I'm not going to lie. The Bengals as a team did not deserve. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and Hendrickson, right? That's his name, the linebacker. Mm-hmm. Those 3 deserve to win the Super Bowl.
Wilson's a linebacker. Henderson is the
outside linebacker
right end.
/
right end.
Yeah, but I think they list him as a linebacker. But he deserved to win. Trey Hendrickson and DJ Reader. He had a great game. But
don't even get me started on that D line. Everyone talks about the LA D line. The Bengals D line was holding it down, and they got
that offensive line. On running, that running was the running
game was non-existent. And tell me the last time a team won the Super Bowl without being able to run the ball. Like, that's unheard of.
Yeah,
and they did it. And the Bengals D line, those guys could go back to the Super Bowl. They need to invest in an O-line. Like, it's not like they have to. They'll be okay if they don't. They need to invest in an O-line, because if they don't, they're not winning any games.
Mm-hmm.
They're not winning any important games. They're not going to get Patrick Mahomes. They're not going to come back on Patrick Mahomes again, down 18 with that O-line.
No,
still
absolutely
in
not.
the same place.
Everyone knows it now. Everyone knows, put your best defensive lineman over the center and the guard, rush, and then on the backside, rush a linebacker, because that's what the Rams did. That's what Raheem Morris did in the second half, and they started getting to Joe Burrow. And I think that the Bengals did one thing wrong, and they tried to out-physical the Rams. And I think that was their downfall, was that they...
And you know where they probably got that scheme from? The 49ers. And you know what? They're not the 49ers. The 49ers are maulers.
Yes.
And that's not a scheme that you can try and replicate, because unless you have a team of similar physicality and an O-line of similar physicality, you're not running the ball on the Rams defense. The Rams defense were pretty good on the run, or against the run. They just happened to always have to play the 49ers, and they got worked.
Like, Kyle Shanahan just knows how to do it.
Yeah, and yeah, like, I know Zach Taylor is part of the
McVay tree. Yep.
Yeah, but it's not gonna work. You got to have the guys to do it, and they don't have the guys to do it.
And I think that's what helped Raheem Morris in this to game plan, was that he knows Zach Taylor's offense, because Zach Taylor learned from Sean McVay.
Yeah.
And I think that helped the Rams, and that the injuries really did overshadow this a bit. Eric Weddle blowing up his bicep in two different places. I mean, obviously,
he finished the game, though.
Yeah, how crazy is that, with a tore up bicep? Did you see the picture of his bicep after the game?
No.
Look this up. He has a bruise here and here. He ruptured it in two different places on his arm. OBJ, obviously, as soon as that happened, you knew he was done. You knew he tore his ACL as soon as that happened. I was
so sad.
As soon as that happened. Matthew Stafford almost shattered his ankle multiple times underneath players, and Joe Burrow is lucky he did not tear his MCL again on that tackle, on that sack that happened to him.
Oh, he was screaming too.
Yeah.
I like, they showed the
slow motion of him like running on the sideline. Yeah, he was in, but he went into that tent and they gave him a shot and he played that game.
Oh yeah,
like
I couldn't find the Weddle picture, but I'll
send it to you later. I know I sent it to someone else, so I'll send it to you so you can take a look at it. What I want to go into now is I have a very important question for you.
All right,
is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Fame quarterback?
It depends. I'll throw this question right back at you. Is Eli Manning in our Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Then yes. And let me preface this by telling you, I am a Giants fan. I love Eli Manning. Everything he has done for the team. He's not a Hall of Famer. Not to me. So Matt Stafford has to do a lot more to catch up to that point. And he can. Right now, he's not a Hall of Famer to me.
Okay, so why is he not a Hall of Famer to you? Tell me.
Well, the way Richard Sherman put it is really what got to me. I was on board with him being a Hall of Famer, and then I just thought about it. Was he the best even in his division? Was he ever considered to be the best in his division? Was he ever considered to be the
Okay,
best?
hold up. Fuck that right there. Straight
No.
up, no,
No,
fuck
no.
that. Because when people say Aaron Rodgers is a top 3 quarterback of all time, that is no, screw that. Because
No, no, no,
when you
no.
say that,
Hey,
when you
hey,
say
hey,
that, no,
hey,
when
hey.
you say that, when you say that, when you say that,
asked me
no,
my
I'm gonna say that.
opinion.
I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna say this. I need to say this right now.
I'll let you have this one.
If Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are in the same division, who's the better quarterback?
Tom Brady.
Is Peyton Manning not a Hall of Fame quarterback?
It's not the same argument.
Yes, it is.
Not the same argument. No, it's not. You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish.
Finish.
I had more.
Finish.
Okay, I was building it up. I was building it up. So he wasn't the best in his division. He wasn't the best in his conference. At any point, you couldn't say Matthew Stafford was the best in his conference.
I disagree.
He wasn't the best in the NFL.
I disagree.
At any point in his career.
I disagree.
You couldn't.
I disagree. I got a question. Okay.
You can disagree all you want. Okay, he wasn't the best in his conference or in the NFL at any point. And then he's never been. How many times has he been Player of the Week?
Mm-hmm.
No. Answer my question. Look that up. How many times?
I don't know if that's
actually.
I don't know if that.
I'll save you. 3 times.
Okay.
2 of them this year.
Okay.
So just those little things that make you a Hall of Fame. If we're like Richard Sherman said, if we're dropping the bar, then yes, he's a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
But the bar is supposed to be the best of the best at your position in your time frame.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what your situation is. You can't tell me, oh, it's because he was a Detroit Lion, blah 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 blah. Fine. You got to overcome that to become a Hall of Famer. If we're setting the standard as high as it's been in the past, he is not a Hall of Famer. If we're dropping it down to where Eli Manning gets in, he is a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
And that's my argument.
Okay, so I have one thing to say. I'm going to ask you some questions after. One,
okay.
I don't understand why Richard Sherman would even say these comments.
Oh, it hurts him too. I think
this man is trying to be the NFLPA like president. Did you know this? He's ran for the NFLPA president for like 3 times now. Why would I, as Matthew Stafford, want that man to support me if he's just going to tear my career apart? What sense does that make?
I don't think he was tearing his career apart. I think what he was saying is very legitimate. Because he said the standard has dropped.
Okay.
All right. Okay, sorry. Okay, are we talking? Okay, first of all, are we talking first ballot Hall of Famer?
I'm talking about Hall of Famer. I don't give a crap about first ballot or not. I was happy that Tony Boselli finally made it as a Jacksonville Jaguar because he was the best offensive tackle of all time for his time period. But guess who he played for? But guess who he played for? But guess who he played for?
But for his time period.
He played for the Jaguars.
Has Matt Stafford ever been the best for his time period?
He's been top 5. And I'm sorry,
Come on, top 5 didn't win a single playoff game. I don't care if you were in Detroit, you didn't win a single playoff game. Okay. He had Jim Caldwell, a great coach. He had Megatron.
He had Megatron for half his career, and then Megatron left. So
okay, and that's okay. That one I'll give to you.
He had Megatron. Detroit. What running game did he have? What defense did he have? What support?
He had a pretty good running game for some of them.
Come on. Okay. Come on. So I have a few questions to ask. One, do you know what Matthew Stafford's career yardage is? He's played for 12 seasons.
I'm a guess 40,000.
49,995 yards. He's 5 yards away.
He's from 11th or
something. He's going to be 12th after this year. He is 12th, or he's going to be 11th after this year coming up next season. He's 5 yards from being the 12th quarterback in NFL history to throw for 50,000 yards. Okay. So he also is only 34 years old. So you think, I mean, realistically.
Hey. In this very moment,
no,
Matt Stafford is not a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Do I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer by the end of his career? Absolutely. Especially if he stays with the Rams. If he stays with the Rams, or goes anywhere other than Detroit, Jacksonville, the Giants, or let me say the Colts, even because they're kind of spiraling. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. But if he continues, if he plays another 5 years, I can see him winning at least one more Super Bowl, if not two. I think he's a great talent. I'm not going to argue that Matthew Stafford isn't talented. He's very talented. But in this very moment, after this Super Bowl, still not a Hall of Famer. He hasn't done enough for me to be like, yeah, the Super Bowl boosts you to Hall of Fame status.
I got questions for you, and I just want you to answer yes or no for these quarterbacks. If you think,
let me hear them.
If you think Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than these people, I'm going to ask you. Okay,
let them roll. Let's go.
Okay, first one, Terry Bradshaw.
No,
you don't think he's better than Terry Bradshaw?
4 Super Bowls,
27,000 yards passing.
4 Super Bowls, different time era.
Dan Fouts.
No.
Dan Fouts.
No.
Bob Greasy.
Yes.
Jim Kelly. Made it to 4 Super Bowls.
Don't do that to the Bills, bro. Don't do that.
Made it to 4 Super Bowls. Is he better than Jim Kelly?
He's on par. I'd say it's comparable. 4 Super Bowls. It's not easy to
Thurman
make it
Thomas.
to a Super Bowl.
Anyways, Frank Tarkenton.
Okay. Is that Colts?
No, that was Vikings.
No, Giants. Frank Tarkenton's
Vikings.
No, I don't remember. No.
Okay. So, and then last one.
He's better than Frank. Whatever.
Okay. All right. Now I have some other questions.
Okay.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, that's where you get me. He's better than Ben Roethlisberger. I promise you that right now. I don't think Ben Roethlisberger is near as good as his career shows. But yeah, he's better than
Drew Brees.
No shot.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, come on. But 2 Super Bowls.
Phillip Rivers.
No.
Eli Manning.
Yes.
Tony Romo.
Yes. Absolutely.
Carson Palmer.
No.
Russell Wilson.
No.
Okay. So I'm going to go back through this again. So just, Terry Bradshaw, Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Fouts, Hall of Famer. Bob Greasy, Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Kelly, Hall of Famer. Frank Tarkenton, Hall of Famer. Ben Roethlisberger.
Wait.
Just listen, just real fast.
The first half of your list
is older.
Is not comparable.
But
because you can't. It's 2 different footballs.
Okay.
2 different styles of footballs being played. The rules changed within those 2 separate eras.
I'm going to talk about modern football players now. I got my second half of my list.
Modern.
All right. So is Ben Roethlisberger a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, by whatever default.
So Ben Roethlisberger is the 5th all time with 64,000 yards and 2 Super Bowls. So is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, and who is better than Ben
Roethlisberger? We're going strictly football.
No, we're going strictly talent. I'm going strictly freaking talent. Screw the whole. This is why I hate the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl is stupid. Absolutely stupid.
No, the Pro Bowl, the game itself is stupid.
No.
The actual.
Absolutely not. The fact that the fans have enough pull, and the fact that who watched the Detroit Lions? That is not Matthew Stafford. Do you know that?
Hey, Detroit fans could have voted for Matthew Stafford.
All 6 of them?
Chill out. That's not true. Detroit has a huge fan base.
I'm sorry, but this argument of the saying that Let's go
pure talent. Let's go pure talent.
Drew Brees, Hall of Famer. Easy.
Absolutely.
First ballot.
Yeah, but he's not. But Matthew Stafford isn't better than Drew Brees. Drew Brees is top 5 quarterback of all time.
Joe Flacco.
Okay, top 10, not top
Joe
5.
Flacco.
Come on,
he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
The Ravens defense.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Joe Flacco is 19th all time in passing yardage. 19th.
Joe Flacco is not gonna be a Hall of Famer. Not Matthew Stafford will get into the Hall of Fame before Joe Flacco does. I promise you that.
Isn't Joe Flacco still a Super Bowl MVP? Isn't Joe Flacco a Super Bowl MVP?
Doesn't matter to me.
He went to the Super Bowl.
In my eyes, not a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
I can make the argument that you put a freaking monkey on that team, and the defense would have won it for them anyways.
Is Philip Rivers a Hall of Famer?
Yes. Numbers wise, actually, no, he's not.
Why?
Numbers,
he's sixth all time passing yardage.
What's his playoff record?
I mean, people want to talk about all the time, like stats matter, and like, I mean, you can go, why is Brett Favre? I mean, 71,000 yards, won Super Bowl.
Still,
I mean,
he won Super Bowl.
Ben Roethlisberger has 2 Super Bowls, but he's not as talented. But he's 64,000 yards. Is Matt Ryan going to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
So Matt Ryan is at right now. He's at 59,000.
Matt Ryan at his best is better than Matt Stafford.
Y'all need to watch Matt Stafford film. I am so sick of the Matt Stafford. Okay, so who caught the most yards all time before Calvin Johnson? Do you know?
Randy Moss.
Do you know who his quarterback was?
Dante Culpepper.
Okay. Obviously not a Hall of Famer, right?
No, he is.
He's not in the Hall of Fame. He's not going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Should be, though.
He's not. I'm sorry. Dante Culpepper, I don't even think is on this list.
He made it to the Super Bowl.
Didn't win it. Not going to be a Super Bowl. Not going to be in it.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, you're right. Sure.
Do you know who broke the record, Randy Moss's record?
Megatron, I think.
Oh, yeah, he did. Who was his quarterback?
Matt Stafford. But then guess who broke Megatron's record?
And what was his name? What was his name? Who broke Megatron's record?
Freaking Randy Moss?
No.
Yeah, he did.
Cooper Kupp.
Oh, which one did Randy Moss?
And who was his quarterback?
Oh, Matthew Stafford. Oh,
so stop. Just stop right there. Because
congratulations, Matthew Stafford. Oh, he broke records.
So Matthew
Stafford got 2 really great receivers. That's literally what you're telling me.
I'm telling you that Matthew Stafford was able to help 2 receivers.
One second. Wait 1 second. So Matthew Stafford is the reason why Cooper Kupp got the.
Why did he do it, Jared Goff?
Just wait a minute. I'll give it to you. Matthew Stafford played a very big role, yes, but I could say that Robert Woods played a pretty big role when he wasn't injured. I could say that Odell played a pretty big role when he was back on the field with them. So Cooper Kupp, a great receiver, doesn't see double teams for most of the year. I would say probably 90% of the year. Yeah, he's gonna break a couple of freaking records.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's that simple. You can't just say, well, Matt Stafford did it, and with Megatron.
I mean, Megatron was triple covered and still broke the record.
Okay, Megatron is also like 6'9", 3,000 pounds, and runs a 4.40.
The offensive line to Detroit Lions was never good, ever.
Hey, I could throw the ball up to Megatron too.
Okay, so let me ask you this: is Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer?
Not right now.
You wouldn't put Russell Wilson in the Hall of Fame?
Nope.
Okay.
Russell Wilson is very average currently.
Really? So
in the last few years,
his career
Russell Wilson started off very, very hot, very, very, very well, and he kind of dropped back down.
So now people would say that Russell Wilson doesn't necessarily have an offensive line, which he hasn't, and also would say that his receiving core, although good, doesn't get the opportunity because his offensive line isn't good enough. Russell Wilson is always on the run. He's never had an offensive line, and his offensive scheme is very, very weak. Very weak. Very weak. The offensive scheme there is go routes and slant routes.
Hey, if you got to pay people like Matthew Stafford and Russell Wilson big money, which Matthew Stafford got in Detroit, he got paid in Detroit.
He performed well enough to get his money.
Yeah, okay, sure. But if you want an O-line in front of you, you're going to have to take some. So you want a good team around you, you're going to have to take a little bit of a pay cut.
Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer?
No.
Why?
Even now, I wouldn't say he's not.
Why? You know he's going to be.
Eli Manning's record does not tell me he's a Hall of Famer. His overall record does not tell me he's a Hall of Famer.
57,000 yards.
His touchdowns to interception ratio does not scream Hall of Famer.
You know he's gonna get
Tell
it.
me his touchdown to interception ratio.
I don't know if I'm gonna pull that up because I'll have to go here. Give me a second. So he's 57,000 yards all time, which is 9th all time. I think it was. Let me check this really quick.
Sure,
9th all time.
yards are great. Yards are good. Tell me touchdowns to interceptions. And then also while you're at it, pull up Matt Stafford's touchdown to interceptions.
His touchdowns to interception. He has. We already talked about this. He has 323 touchdowns and 161 interceptions. It's over half.
So then pull up Eli Manning's.
Manning's touchdowns 366 to 244.
That is terrible. That is more than half.
I mean, people are already putting Joe Burrow in the Hall of Fame.
Think about this touchdown to interception ratio.
Tell you. Can I tell you Matthew Stafford's lowest passing in a single season without like playing like full 16 games? He had 3 seasons.
Don't put the asterisks in there.
Okay. So there was 3 seasons where he got injured. That's why he played 3 games, 10 games, and 8 games. Like, come on. Okay. Like, I'm sorry he didn't throw for 5,000 yards those seasons.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
16 games and more, his lowest passing was 3,777. His highest was 5,038, which is like it's like top 5 all time, I think it is. Passing yards in a single season. He had 41 touchdowns twice this year and in 2011. Oh my God. I just look at this and like the disrespect that Matthew Stafford gets is just, it's crazy to me because people aren't watching the Lions games. They watch them one time a year on Thanksgiving and barely people pay attention. Is Tony Romo a Hall of Famer?
No.
I bet you he's going to get it.
Yeah, sure. Because
he's like a cowboy.
He's a cowboy. He's in the booth now. He's doing great things for the NFL. So
is Carson Palmer a Hall of Famer?
No.
You don't think Carson Palmer's a Hall of Famer?
No, Carson Palmer didn't do shit. What did he do? Absolutely nothing.
Kurt Warner.
Yeah.
He is in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. And he deserves to be.
Drew Bledsoe.
No.
17th on the list all time.
You're gonna let Tom Brady punk you and take your job? Come on now.
I mean, when you threw for 84,000 yards in your NFL history.
Nah, get out of here. He's Tom Brady's backup. That's all I think about.
That's rude. I'm sorry, but Richard Sherman will never be in the Hall of Fame.
You don't think?
Why? Because he had 2 good years.
He's got a Super Bowl.
I'm leaving. You just said he has a Super Bowl and Matthew Stafford. I'm literally leaving. But he's got a better resume. He's got a better resume than Matthew Stafford does. Richard Sherman has, comparatively, he does. Richard Sherman was blessed by the greatest defense in NFL history.
Okay, and why?
Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas ran that secondary.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what happened once Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor left, and Earl Thomas left?
They went bad.
Yeah, exactly.
So Cam Chancellor.
So Richard Sherman left.
Yes, so did Earl Thomas, and so did Cam Chancellor. And then Cam
Chancellor's still there.
He's been hurt. He's always hurt.
He was still there.
And then on top of it, Kyle Wright or Kevin, no, what's his name?
KJ Wright.
KJ Wright is always hurt too. Honestly, I think Pete Carroll has destroyed that team over time. I think he's done a terrible. Like, he did amazing when he first got there to get them there. I just think they have fallen apart.
Pete Carroll needs to retire, but that's a whole nother situation now.
I am so sick.
I'll give it to you. Hey, I said it. Okay, let me ask you a question. Right now. Do you think that Matt Stafford deserves to be in the Hall of Fame after this Super Bowl right now? Don't think about anything else. If he retired tomorrow,
I think that he's one of the top 10 greatest quarterbacks.
No. Answer my question without just yes or no. Right now, after this Super Bowl, he's in the Hall of Fame.
No, But
Thank you.
Richard Sherman,
That's all I'm saying.
I know.
That's all I'm saying.
But Richard Sherman is going to say that he's not going to be at the end of his career too.
Okay, and he has a chance to prove Richard Sherman wrong. Hey, that's why it's America. It's a free
Don't
land.
do that. You don't even live here. Don't even say that.
He has a chance to prove himself a Hall of Famer. Let him do it.
Do you know who has
We should not be talking about this.
Do you know who has the most active Super Bowls as quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
Most actives?
Active quarterback with the most Super Bowl wins.
Don't tell me. Oh, it's Joe Flacco.
Nope.
He's got 2.
Yeah. Guess who has 3?
I don't know.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G. Let's go.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely. Come on now. Don't be silly. Jimmy G is a Hall of Shamer. That's what he is.
Okay, so
he is a Hall of Average. He is a Hall of Average.
Who is the best?
And Carson Wentz can just be average together.
Who is the best NFC West quarterback
right now?
Mm-hmm.
Still Aaron Rodgers.
NFC West. Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Jimmy G, and Matthew Stafford.
I mean, if you're not giving me much to work with, I'm going to say Matthew Stafford.
You don't think Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray are good?
Kyler Murray, maybe, but Russell Wilson, I don't think. I think next year, if he stays in Seattle, it's not going to be a good year.
I think Tampa's going to try to pick him up.
Would be good for Tampa for sure.
They need someone.
They need, but I don't think. I think Russell Wilson in his current system doesn't work because
no, not system, just quarterback. I'm sick of. We need to remove these people from systems because people talk.
No, you can't remove them. You can't say. Okay, so you're telling me Tom Brady would be Tom Brady without the Patriots system.
No, but I'm talking about skill wise. Who's the better quarterback in the NFC West?
No, I understand.
No.
I understand that question. I'm going off of my Russell Wilson rant.
Okay.
He needs to be moved.
Okay.
He needs to move himself, honestly.
I agree with you, but I do. The Seattle system just needs to go. The whole team needs to just implode and restart. They just need to do that.
I agree. I think they need a nice little rebuild there.
I need people just to understand that the Detroit Lions for the past 10 years would have been even worse. Would probably be in the NCAA, and Alabama would have taken their spot if Matthew Stafford was not there. And
that's a pretty strong statement. There's some good guys that came out of Detroit. Darius Slay, come on.
Marvin Jones, the wide receiver for the Jaguars. I love Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones,
he's a baller.
Marvin Jones also. Yeah, he also had exactly. Okay, I thought you were.
No. Marvin Jones is
shitting on Marvin Jones.
No. There are some great players, but I'm sorry, but
Kenny Galladay.
Yes,
he did have Matthew Stafford though.
And what did what's his name do when he went to New York?
With Daniel Jones, absolutely nothing. But I'm gonna say it's a scheme. It's not Daniel Jones.
I'm just saying, on him, we saw what Jared Goff was, and Jared Goff is not one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. He really isn't. Jared Goff isn't terrible. He did make it to the Super Bowl. He's not terrible.
Jared Goff gives you meh
vibes. When you hear Jared Goff, gives
me Carson Wentz vibes.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? Chicken Alfredo. It's good, but it's not the best pasta out there. It's
I agree.
Yeah, it's just
he's very rice and or potatoes and chicken or
steak and potatoes, meat and potatoes.
Yeah, meat and potatoes.
He's very
meat and potatoes.
But
he's a Joe. He's a Joe. He's not.
You know what? I like this. We're gonna go a little bit of food thing. All right, we're gonna have our Wagyu beef, our New York strip up top. We're gonna do a little bit of just meat and potatoes, and we'll discuss this later. We'll bring up our list, and I want to see what our list look like for the top. Let's do top 20. We won't even go top 32. 12 quarterbacks won't make top 20, and we won't talk about it.
All right.
Thinking about it now, just who, in your opinion, is Matthew Stafford a top 5 quarterback in the league?
Ooh, all right. Let me run my top five in my head real quick. Three of them are in the
Do you want
AFC.
me to tell you the teams? Would that help you just in case? So you have
No, no,
that.
no, no. I got a pretty good idea of my list. I think he's top 10 for
I
sure.
mean, I don't think he should be.
Almost. He cracks top five. He'll be five.
So Buffalo Bills, obviously, Josh Allen has to be top five.
Yeah.
Josh Allen might be knocking on number one.
Okay. I don't know about
I
all that.
I have a hot take. Other than Matthew Stafford being a Super Bowl or being a Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
I think that Josh Allen has progressed more in the NFL than Patrick Mahomes has.
Absolutely. I will not. That's not a hot take. I think that's just, but relatively, relative to where Josh Allen
Very
started
rough.
and where Patrick Mahomes started, it's a little different.
I just think
But
that Josh Allen has taken a
but
step forward, and Patrick Mahomes has taken like a mid step forward.
I think Patrick Mahomes has kind of stayed like this, and Josh Allen's going like this. I think that's how it is. But Joe Burrow is through the roof. He's not number one yet, but I would put him number three. Josh Allen number two.
You still put Joe Burrow over Matt Stafford?
Yeah,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
yeah. I think let me talk. This might be a hot take, but you switch the quarterbacks. I think the Rams still win the game.
I agree with you only because the Rams just outweighed. Like they were better than the Bengals. The Bengals.
Okay,
The Bengals.
so then you can't.
Okay, so
So
if
then
you
you
okay,
can't say that.
so if you flip the quarterbacks in the AFC Championship, do the Bengals beat Kansas City? Patrick
Or
Mahomes
do-
versus Patrick
Kansas
Mahomes versus
City?
does Kansas City win the game if Joe Burrow is on Kansas City?
Yeah,
Their weapons are too good.
yeah. I would say they probably win.
So I'm just saying, okay, so I'm just looking at this. I'm assuming you're gonna go top five. I'm
You
assuming
know what? I'm being very disrespectful. Aaron Rodgers has dropped on my list though. He is not top five on my list anymore.
wow.
I would put Matt Stafford over Aaron Rodgers at this current stage.
What?
I know you would.
No,
I
no,
know
no.
you would too.
Wait. What? You'd put
Yeah.
Matt Stafford over Aaron Rodgers.
Over. Yeah.
Is Matt Stafford going to be in the Hall of Fame?
He's going to be. I already said that.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, technically, sure, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Do you know who I think has the same treatment as Matthew Stafford, and people don't realize
Who? Who?
it? Derek Carr.
No. No. No.
I'm not saying he's
Get
good.
away with that.
I'm not going to say
not
he's as
gonna let
good.
you.
I'm not going to say he's as good as Matthew Stafford. I actually think Derek Carr is a very good quarterback. I really do.
Derek Carr had one. Okay, just like this is where I put Derek Carr. He's Carson Wentz, but a little better.
I would take
One
Derek
good
Carr
season. One good season.
and
he
too
got injured
bad.
in that season.
Both of them,
Just
did.
like Carson Wentz.
Both of them did, and it was the exact same season at that, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Okay,
So I'm gonna tell you right now, Derek Carr he's smelling like Carson Wentz.
so
He might be better.
no,
right now,
no
he's
particular order. Who's your top five?
My top five: Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. I'm Matt Stafford, yeah, and then my five is, I guess, Aaron Rodgers. Now I'm gonna put Tom Brady in there. I'm gonna disrespect Aaron Rodgers.
He's not.
like that.
He's
Tom
retired.
Brady.
He's retired.
He's not retired.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna put
No,
Tom Brady
no.
back in there.
He has officially said he's retired. You got to pick someone in top five.
Nah,
You have to.
I'm not picking it. I'm
Not-
not picking.
Not
Hey,
Kirk Cousins.
Come on.
Not Daniel
Come
Jones.
on. Come on. Mac Jones.
No, you're missing a huge one. Justin
Who?
Herbert.
Oh. You know why though? You know why? He wasn't in the playoffs. I forgot about him. You don't make it to the playoffs, people forget about you. It's just that simple. The only reason why I still remember Aaron Rodgers is because his stupid ass was in the playoffs.
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, what the shit? People are forgetting about Lamar though.
No,
People are really
no. I think Lamar is. I don't think Lamar is helping himself. I truly think that Lamar is. I know he was hurt a good amount of the season, and that's not his fault. Brett Hundley played great, by the way. Not Brett Hundley.
Yeah.
Was it Brett Hundley? It was, right? The backup number 2? Was it Hundley? Let me check just to make sure.
Yeah, I don't remember his first name. But let me just put this to you real quick. Who is his first
Tyler
who's his
Huntley.
who is his number one receiver? Who's Lamar's number one receiver?
What's his face?
Brown?
Yeah.
Brown, really?
Yeah. Right?
The man can't catch a ball.
Yeah.
Couldn't get open for half the season.
Marquise Brown. Actually, no. His number one receiver is Mark Andrews.
It's Mark Andrews. You can't have your tight end be your number one receiver as well. It's just not going to work.
That's rude. Tony Gonzalez would
highly
disagree with you. George Kittle would highly disagree with you. Travis Kelce would highly disagree with you.
Travis Kelce's not the number one receiver.
I'm pretty sure he had the most reception yards on their team.
He's still not the number one receiver.
What do you? Okay,
he's not their number one receiver. It's just that simple. You can't tell me that
Tyreek Hill did just beat him out. Literally.
Okay, but also just 1 second.
Kelce only played.
Just wait a second.
I'm reading. That's all.
Hear me out. You got Tyreek Hill and you got Travis Kelce. Who is the Tyreek Hill to the Travis Kelce on the Ravens?
Mecole Hardman.
Marquise Brown. It's not Marquise Brown. Because he's not that good. He had a very mediocre season this year. He had a shitty season the year before. They need a true number one receiver in order for you to be like, oh well, Lamar just can't do it. And I honestly think if they get a good receiver and they can stay healthy, because they were hurt a lot of the season. They were injured for almost every game that season. Their injury report or injury list was like crazy. It was crazy. So I'm gonna give Lamar a pass for this season.
I don't know. I don't know if I think Patrick. I don't think that Lamar Jackson is a great weapon. I think he goes kind of like with the Tyreek Hill. He's probably one of the best weapons in the NFL because of what he brings. I don't think he's the best quarterback. Like a top 5.
You wouldn't put him top 10 quarterback.
I would put him top 10. Yeah, I wouldn't put him top 5.
I didn't put him in my top 10 or my top 5.
I would. If I'm doing a top 5,
Justin Herbert's my top. He's in
your 5th. Okay, yeah. So like Herbert, Stafford, Mahomes. You know who had the 5th most passing yards in the NFL this year?
Derek Carr.
Yeah.
I figured.
Dak or Derek?
Ooh, that's a tough one. It's like the average bull. I'll take Dak.
I wouldn't.
With the current constructed teams that they both have.
I'm taking Dak off because I don't think Dak is actually recovered from his injury, and I don't know if he ever will.
I could see that.
Ryan Tannehill?
Come on. Jimmy G.
Davis Mills?
That's Jimmy G in disguise, bro. What do you mean?
Oh God. I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anyone here. Ben Roethlisberger is finally retired. I thank the Lord. I think Trevor Lawrence will still actually be good. I'm not gonna lie.
You think Trevor Lawrence is gonna be top 5 or top 10?
I think yeah.
By the end
I think
top 10 by the end of the year.
Maybe not top 10, but he's gonna be knocking on the door. I mean, really, when you look at who's
Chandler,
remaining,
your fandom is reeking right now.
I watched the games.
I can smell a fan from far away.
Trevor Lawrence is the next Matthew Stafford.
Here we go again. Jimmy Garoppolo is the next Matthew Stafford.
No, he is not. I was never high on Jimmy Garoppolo.
We know.
Okay, so no. I mean, before, like, he was like a quarterback, like a starting quarterback. So just to go through the quarterbacks that played this year, I'm taking Tom Brady off the list. I'm taking Ben Roethlisberger off the list. We have Justin Herbert, Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, Jimmy G, Mac Jones, Kyler Murray, Ryan Tannehill, Trevor, Carson, Taylor Heineke, Jared Goff. Literally looking at this list, like, I think Baker's fallen out of top 10.
Baker was never top 10 to me.
His hype was top 10. I will say that.
Sure. At his very peak, he was top 10. Never cracked top 5.
Trevor Lawrence or Daniel Jones?
Oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
I'm a Giants fan, and I can admit that Daniel Jones is
Boo boo.
a failed experiment.
Boo boo. Let's trade up
Very,
three. Let's
very,
trade 2
very
draft picks to
trash.
get Daniel Jones.
Ugh. Don't even remind me, bro.
It's crazy to look at some of the trades that certain teams like the Lions, the Raiders. Raiders are probably the worst drafting. To think Mike Mayock used to be a draft analyst and probably is the worst draft GM of all time.
They let Khalil Mack go. That was a wrap for me right there. I did not think they would win a single game. After they did that, nah.
Anyways, yeah, I'm just looking at this list and just get an idea. No, he didn't. Kirk Cousins had the highest damn passer rating this year. Can we get, or no, Aaron Rodgers did. Okay, good. Can we get rid of Kirk Cousins? Can Kirk Cousins just fly off into the sunset? Like,
yeah.
like,
wait, one sec. Top 5 quarterbacks we will never see in the Super Bowl. Go.
Oh my God. If they stay on the current teams, like
top on any team.
Okay, Jared Goff.
That if you trade them to any team, they automatically become worse.
Okay, so then we can't put Jared Goff on this list. Because technically he did it with the Rams.
Okay, fine. Yeah, fine. The Lions were already bad. They can't get any worse. Yeah.
Top 5 quarterbacks we'll never see in the Super Bowl. Dude, I can do a top 20 in this. I will go down this list.
All right, go for it.
Derek Carr.
We'll do this one to end it off, I guess.
Yeah. Derek Carr, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins.
Dak Prescott?
Yeah, I don't
with the Cowboys?
You think the Cowboys are making the Super Bowl? They got the Jerry Jones curse.
They've got the defense to do it. I don't think they ever will, but they got the defense to do it.
And I'm not putting this in order. I'm just going down the list. So I'm going to go. Okay, so right. Derek Carr, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan with the current state of his team, Jimmy G, Kyler Murray with the state of his team, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence, if he was traded, could make it with it eventually down the road, but not at the moment. Carson Wentz.
Yeah, just at the moment.
Carson Wentz. Taylor Heineke doesn't count. He's a Washington. Like, he's not a.
No, he counts. Okay. He counts.
Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, Teddy Bridgewater, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson.
You think Lamar?
I don't think.
Are you crazy?
Baltimore missed their window.
You want to know something?
Baltimore missed their window.
Wait. I will make a bold claim right here, right now. Within the next 5 years, Lamar Jackson will be in the Super Bowl. Bold claim, but I'm gonna stick by it. Within the next 5 years. You know why I say 5 years? You can't come back to me in 5 years probably and tell me and show me this clip. Write a reminder down.
Okay. Way too early Super Bowl of 2023 or 2022. Who's in it?
Chiefs. I'm gonna ride with the Chiefs one more time. Chiefs, and I'll go Chiefs and 49ers. I'm gonna call it. Chiefs and the Niners, because the Niners are gonna get some quarterback to come and fill Jimmy G's role.
Who are you replacing Jimmy G with right now with the market and how it is? Who's going to the 49ers?
Well, see, you can't make that because Aaron Rodgers hasn't decided what he's doing.
Okay, but do you think Aaron? Okay, no, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's literally my question. Like, do you think it's going to be?
I don't think he's going to go to San Francisco.
I think he's going to stay in Green Bay.
I think so too. I think it's very, very likely he stays in Green Bay, which kind of pisses me off, but whatever. I would say, let's say if Kyler is getting moved, the way it kind of seems like it's playing out, and Kyler gets moved, and he gets moved to the 49ers.
He won't.
I don't see it.
They're not going to trade within the division.
Yeah, I feel like it's an in division, but the here are my 3 quarterbacks. I could see taking them to the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers,
easy.
Kyler Murray, and Russell Wilson. Those are the 3 I could see taking them to the Super Bowl. I couldn't see Trey Lance doing it.
No, Trey Lance. No, well, if they do, it's gonna be the same thing with Jimmy G. He's gonna make them lose with up by 10. My way too early Super Bowl prediction is going to be. God, could you imagine if I said the Cowboys? My way too early prediction is going to be. God, I want to pick them so bad. I think the Rams can make it back. I really do.
I think they could too. I just didn't want to choose them because I knew you were going to pick them. I needed to be different. But we are so stuck in our ways. No, I chose the 49ers to be in the Super Bowl this year too.
I was actually going to say out of the NFC, I could see the 49ers. Another team that I think could actually do it, I think that the Cowboys have an opportunity next year. The NFC just doesn't look... It's just like, meh. There's like 3 teams. You got to beat the Rams, or you have to hope you catch the Rams on a bad week. The Buccaneers aren't going to be anything next year if Tom Brady stays away, because that means Gronk is gone.
True.
The Packers are not going to win. Like, they're just not. Like, they need to have a team, and they don't. They have Aaron Rodgers, and that's it. It's annoying.
Matt LaFleur is very average for coaching, I would say.
I truly think that it could be the Rams versus the Bills.
I could see it. Hey, on the AFC side, shit is exciting as hell.
I love it.
On the NFC side, not so much. It kind of just the road goes through the Rams, and that's kind of how it is.
This is the win-loss rate, like win-loss for the NFC. Dallas Cowboys were 12-5. The Eagles were 9-8. It's a 3-game drop-off. The Green Bay Packers 13-4, 8-9 for the Vikings. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were 13-4. The Saints were 9-8. The closest one was the Rams, but the NFC West is truly stacked. The Rams, the Cardinals, the 49ers, and Seahawks 12-5, and the Cardinals were 11-6. That's actually a stacked conference, though, or division.
Here's the thing: if out of any year that some upstart team from the NFC wants to get to Super Bowl, this would probably be it. Mm-hmm. This feels like this next upcoming year feels like a year where you could steal a Super Bowl.
Rams are making it to the Super Bowl next year. Rams versus the Bills. And why I'm saying this is because if Aaron Donald does come back, if Sean McVay does come back, which I think is mind-boggling that they won't, this team is going to be so relaxed and so chill, and they got the chip off their shoulder. How I said that this year they were angry, they were pissed off. This is a team of rejects, and it showed the fact that Eric Weddle came out of retirement playing basketball for pickup games. OBJ was disrespected by 2 teams, not just one. Matthew Stafford's been disrespected. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. Like I said, this team was disrespected. But now they earned everyone's respect. And now they have the target on their back, but they're going to look at everyone and say, bring it. Because we know what we're capable of. Sean McVay knows his offense even more. He has another year of Matthew Stafford. He has another year of Cooper Kupp. He's going to find a running back to go along with him. Cam Akers is great. I do believe that. I don't think that he's going to have to find someone else. Whitworth is going to retire, so he's going to have another offensive lineman. He's going to find another weapon on the offensive side. That defense is going to be even more stout next year. The Rams by far are going to be so relaxed and so focused on getting back there and being the first team since the Patriots did it that they don't care. Rams are back in the Super Bowl next year, and Josh Allen is pissed off just enough to beat out Kansas City next year and make it to the Super Bowl.
You know what? All of what you said is very good, very beautiful. It sounds good on paper. I don't think Josh Allen will ever beat Patrick Mahomes. After what I saw this year, I don't think it's ever going to happen.
It's not his fault, though. I will say that.
I don't think it's his fault, but I don't think it's ever going to happen.
You know, we never talk about do the overtime rules need to change?
Nope. Keep them the same.
Why?
If you want to win with your whole team. Don't just win because someone else has to come back on the field and play the ball.
But what I said changed your mind. It is not fair, and you do agree.
It's not. It's not fair, and the rules aren't supposed to be fair, but
the rules should be fair. The rules should be fair. Every single sport, it is fair except for the NFL. The NFL is the only sport that the overtime rules are not fair.
Hey, such is life, my friend. Such as life.
That literally does not make sense when it comes to sports, because sports are supposed to be even playing ground.
It makes sense.
No, it does
me.
not. That argument is not valid. I'm sorry. I'm telling you that argument is not valid.
It makes sense to David. It makes sense to David. That's all that matters.
Okay, so real quick, I'm just gonna run these through you. I have like a minute and a half.
Okay.
New coaches you think can succeed. I've gotta see real fast if I remember. Dang, I don't even. Okay, starting off, Jaguars, Doug Peterson, succeed or
Yeah.
Okay.
Succeed, yeah.
Denver Broncos with
the dude from I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
He's from the Packers. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know, but I'm mad because I actually know he used to be a Jaguars coach. Okay. Denver Broncos. Hold on.
I say no.
So Texans with Lovie Smith.
Yeah.
Succeed.
Davis Mills is my guy. Davis Mills.
Dennis Allen with the Saints.
No.
I think he might succeed because he knows the Saints way.
I think he won't succeed because the Saints are $7 million over the salary cap.
Matt Eberflus with the Bears.
No.
I don't think the Bears will succeed. Nathaniel Hackett with the Broncos.
Oh, no.
Josh McDaniels with the Raiders. Yes. They succeed. Derek Carr's going to have a
They were pretty close to being good this year, and they had all the shit going on.
Kevin O'Connell with the Vikings. That's the Rams offensive coordinator.
Ooh. No.
I don't think so.
No.
I think Sean McVay ran that offense too much.
I think that defense is going to be regress.
Mike Daniel with the Dolphins.
Absolutely. That guy is my pick for coach of the year. Right? I'm saying it right now. Coach of the year.
Dolphins go 5-11 or 5-12.
You think?
Dolphins go 5-12. He's too. I don't think he is. I don't think he's that guy. We have a guy on what's the check down. We have a guy. I'm gonna put a list here of the guys. That's what I'm gonna do is put right here the list of the guys. I don't think Mike McDaniel is that guy yet. I think he's gonna be Josh McDaniels.
Hey, we'll see.
Brian Daboll.
No, unfortunately for me, I gotta watch him.
And then last but not least, Doug Peterson.
Yeah, Doug Peterson.
People, I'm telling you right now, as a Jaguars fan, people don't realize how good the Jaguars roster for certain positions are. They actually have a very good offense. They do. Their defense needs help. And they just need a coach, and I think he's that coach. The Jaguars have had a lot of rookie head coaches. This is my Jaguar spiel. Like, they've had a lot of rookie head coaches, and that's why they failed. They finally have a guy, and I think Doug Peterson is that guy.
I think you are completely correct. Doug Peterson is walking into an already pretty much finished made team
and has $60 million in cap space and the first overall pick.
You'd be very surprised as to what a team will do once they know they have a guy up top that is like competent. And
the worst division in the league with a star running back who hopefully can come back, with a starting quarterback who can blossom to a star, with a great receiving core. Like, I'm sorry, but I know the Jaguars were the worst team in the NFL this year. They are not the worst talented team in the NFL.
I don't think they're the worst talented team. I wouldn't put their receiving core at great. They're good. They're pretty good.
So DJ Chark got hurt, and DJ Chark I think is a top 10. He just, unfortunately, honest to God, he's 6'4". He's 6'4". He has length. His quarterbacks were Nick Foles, Gardner Minshew, Blake. Like, he didn't have quarterbacks. DJ Chark was a Pro Bowler too. He was a Pro Bowler in like one of his first years with that stacked 2017 roster. DJ Chark is really good. Marvin Jones is really good. They got the tight end. I forgot his name.
Arnold. Dan Arnold,
who I actually think is fairly good. Laviska Shenault is a really good weapon. He is a poor man's Deebo Samuel, and that's what he's going to be in this offense.
That's a pretty good way to describe it.
But
I will take a poor man's Deebo Samuels versus a rich man's most receivers. So
oh God, we can go over that. But anyways, I'm happy I got the Rams. I got the Rams last year. Maybe I can get the Rams again. If the Rams and the Bills do make the Super Bowl, I would not be surprised if the Rams kick the shit out of the Bills.
Like, yeah, I would not either.
Rams are going back to back for the first time since we saw the Patriots do it, and I think that Aaron Donald is not going to retire, and Matthew Stafford will be Super Bowl MVP, and Richard Sherman can go cry in a hole because he'll never be the NFLPA.
Hey, I'll let you have this one today. You deserve it. You called it, so you win this one.
But Kansas City will probably make it because Patrick Mahomes is pissed off that everyone thinks he's a walking, talking TikTok star.
I agree.
Anyways, any other?
I think he's going to take it.
You got a last sign off? What's your check down?
My check down. Stay safe out there. That's it.
Don't drink as much as the Rams did during their Super Bowl parade.
Yeah, Matt Stafford was... he just learned his words.
Anyways, for What's a Check Down, that is David. My name is Chandler. I hope you have a great night. And hey, we're going to be talking a lot of this offseason top 10 lists because we like lists, obviously, and we like random stupid debates. So we're going to keep that going. But until next time, I hope you have a great night.
Peace.